Welcome back to the channel, guys. Got a little busy tearing some things down. Haven't been doing a whole lot on the Nova, but I figured I'd bring you along today. Haven't been doing anything super exciting. Just been rebuilding everything. Got the frame back from powder coating. Looks pretty good. Most of it's all reprotected. It's not going to be a show car, not going to be anything fancy like that. So I just wanted to get a coat of paint on everything to help keep the rot down here in Michigan. Got this off the stand on the cherry picker. I know in one of the videos I talked about different ideas. I actually had this one already in mind, so I finished up, rebuilt it. I'll go through what was done to this iron block 6-liter at the end of the video, but I figured I'd bring you guys along and let you watch me struggle throwing this back together. This wheel on my cherry picker likes to levitate itself, so it makes maneuvering things a little bit difficult. But back there is the old one. I never got a tire for it. It's just sitting there. Hopefully that wood furnace blower isn't too loud. You guys can hear me all right. But yeah, I'll set up, figure out a good place to set this camera up. We'll get her slammed in there and I can go over the little things that I've done. Give it a little, went with the corporate blue paint job on this one. Just thought it'd be fun. These are the mounting plates that came off the donor, if you will, the existing LS. I don't know what brand they are. They don't have any markings on them. They are adjustable. What I did was I just marked where it was, where the LS was sitting in the old situation, and transferred it over. Obviously it still needs accessories, still needs quite a few things, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it off the stand and get it in the car so that I can start doing some things that require the motor to be there as a placeholder. So like I said, I'll get this camera set up and we'll start slapping her in. This is what I'm talking about. When you get load out in the front of this thing, that leg there doesn't like to swivel as it should. I'll get it. Passenger side. It's looking pretty good there. Something I noticed, and I know I didn't film a bunch when I pulled the motor out, but it's like the distance of the outer motor mounts is really tight tolerance as far as, and I'm sure it's a good thing, really tight tolerances as far as where that motor mount in the car. So you gotta like get it going and ram it home, which is always fun when you're by yourself, trying to get things lined up perfectly without having second person to keep it square as you go down. That's better. Doesn't scooch my way just a bit. Nice. A little better. Almost in. There it goes. Kind of. That's pretty dang close to it. Cool. Hello, little guy. You want to come on the other side? Get that second one started too. Bring in just a little bit while I go find a hammer or something to beat on those guys with. Looks pretty good so far though. And when I said beat, I mean gently persuade. We never beat anything. Come on now. Oh, we might be stuck in something out back. On this side. By the way, I'm using the jankiest tripod. Like, things could fall over and be disastrous at any minute. Hey, we're on a budget, you know? That. I did lose the other nut for this bolt. I have one too, sometimes. No idea where it went. Is anybody really surprised? I'm not. Alright, so let's back this camera back out. This cherry picker out of the way. See what I mean? You almost went for a tumble. Well, that's not ideal. So for the motor mount to be a little stiffer than that. I guess I could get a jack stand and put it under something back there. All right. We'll figure something out. I'll be right back. All right, I did notice something a little weird, so I went and looked at it. I haven't figured out the back situation yet, but this frame piece was notched by the previous owner, and we are clearing the pan on this side and not clearing the pan on this side. Just the smallest little bit. So, of course, we'll just yank it out. It's easy. And get the old grinder and widen that out. I wonder if that's why it was tipping itself backwards, if it's hitting that frame. Might be one to cantilever it the other way. So let's get that pulled back out. Sure, it'll be really easy. Oh, did it just fall into place? No, not quite. I wonder if a guy should just get new motor mounts. 'Cause I feel like they should be able to hold that up. But maybe not. We'll see what this is. That's going to have to get notched anyway. Let me run and get my Sharpie while it's here so I know how much to pull out. Just a little bit. Okay, maybe it's a lot. Pull it out there. Is that even marking? Kind of. Sure. All right, where were we? Easy. Listen, that easy. Banging into everything. Not doing anybody any good. I'm gonna move this tripod over here. Bring you in and let you look at that line I made. You can see it, right? It's right there. Boop. Not this one, this one. I'll just give her to that guy real quick. Fun. Did the trick. Uh-huh. Yeah, the last guy just bent that down. I'm not gonna do that. Maybe I am. Clean this up, get rid of that real quick. Not a very good way to get in there. I said I wasn't going to bend that in? I lied. Well, come on now. Great. Now it needs more paint. All right, let me switch over to my plug disc and get that cleaned up. New notch created. Let me get some paint on that. We'll give it exactly 42 seconds to dry. And we'll try and slide this pig back in. All right, attempt number 2. I'm still heavily debating just getting motor mounts. I don't know. In you go, little buddy. Well, watch out for your friends. Oh, great. Too far. Take it easy. Not far enough. Bring her down. Where are you going? Why do you... Stay there. No, you're doing that thing again. Ooh, that third arm comes in handy. Okay. A little twisted. Too far. Perfect. Easy. Easy but faster. Oh. You want to go into your home? That's nice. Gotta know what you're doing. that was pretty convenient timing. Just as I went to go zoom in on this thing, my phone told me I was out of storage. So deleted a couple things. We'll see. I don't know. What am I doing? Grabbing bolts. Bring her down. Where are you going? You gotta stay up. See? How much nicer that is? You. One for you. No. All right. Apologize for the abrupt ending there. Ran out of storage space again. So I do want to close out this video with talking about the 6-liter a little bit more and what the plans are for the car and all that fun stuff. So let me flip this. So the 6-liter Iron Block Gen 3 6-liter, picked it up. I was actually in the process of building a 5.3 that was going to go into something, but I got a pretty good relationship with the local machine shop, and he had this guy laying around, so he made me a deal on it. Line honed, everything's been refreshed on as far as that goes, new plugs, all that fun stuff. Washed and cleaned. So starting from the bottom, factory 5.3 or 6-liter crank that came out of my 5.3, polished up, new bearings, standard size bearings there, Texas Speed I-beam rods, and then it's got drawing a blank here. Why can I not remember the name for the bullet pistons? Anyway, it's got, it is bored 30 over, so it's a 4030 bore. Forged aluminum pistons with the valve reliefs, stock heads, nothing done porting and polishing that wise. They've been decked, factory valves, all that fun stuff. It does have the upgraded trunnions on the rockers, but factory rockers. I'm waiting on push rods. I thought I measured correctly. I measured them to be stock. They're not. They're 4.35, so I got those coming. Factory valve covers. You can see I've got the oil cap with the baffled port there. So that'll be venting this side, and then I'll get a motion for this side just to keep it vented. Summit Stage 2 truck cam. I believe it's a 218, 227, like 520 or 550 lift, nothing crazy. This is a budget build after all, so I want, and maybe when I get a little bit more time, I'll come down and get all the cost. I know the block, including the cleaning and machining and all that fun stuff, was $2,000, and that included, I brought him my I-beam rods, and we spun those, and they're balanced. So that was $2,000, including the balancing, including the crank work and all that fun stuff, including the head work where he went in and decked the heads and made sure all the mating surfaces were good. So back to the heads, LS9 multi-layer, they're the BTR 7-layer multi-layer steel gaskets. Bottom end is studded, heads are studded. The plan is going to be up and forward headers, twin Chinese turbos, TH400. I've got that already, reverse manual valve body. I want to make 1,000 once. I want to make 1,000 wheel once. So we'll see how that goes. Obviously the rings were gapped when those went in. It'll be a flex fuel car, probably 90% of the time on E85. But I wanted the ability to switch, you know, with wanted to go on a cruise or just didn't have E85 in the area that I was in. But I wanted the ability to just throw 93 in it and call it a day. I'm trying to think of anything else. That's pretty much it. But like I said, I did want to keep this on a budget. I don't know what that budget's going to be. I don't have the ability to just throw thousands of dollars in one Summit or Jegs order and get everything coming. So it's going to be pieced together. I'm going to try and do a little bit better about filming as I go, but sometimes I just get out here and I start doing things and then I go, oh, well, I probably should have videoed that. So I should probably set this down too. I'm not very good at taking videos of myself or what I'm doing. Like I'm saying, probably shaking like crazy with this. Not Italian, but I do talk with my hands a little bit. Trying to think if there's anything else. I'm going to try and keep the fuel system pretty cheap. It's going to run on a Holley Terminator. Yeah, nothing crazy. The goal for this year is just to get everything done and running. And then we can enjoy the car this summer. And then if it has to go back under the knife for other things, I don't think that 1,000 horsepower is going to happen this year. Just looking at that budget that I keep referencing, I don't have the money right off the bat to give it a 1,000 horsepower capable fuel system, so I'm probably going to get a cheaper fuel pump. I'll run the 10 AN lines just so I don't have to redo that, but I'll just get a cheaper fuel pump for now, something that will make 500, 600, 700 horsepower and still enjoy the car. And then later on, you know, either add a second pump or redo that pump for a bigger pump. It can all be down the road. Another thing that I've been looking at with accessories, since this is a manual steering car, I'm going to ditch the power steering, so just going to run an alternator and water pump only. ICT's got a nice kit that brings the alternator right here, and it should clear the up and forward. Sorry. Brings the alternator like right here, and it should clear the up and forward turbo headers. I want to hang them wherever's easiest. Probably just going to do fender exit exhaust. Once I get them hung, I'll see if it's easier to run the downpipes down this way or just dump them out this front fender here. Screamers will follow it. I don't think I'm going to merge. I think it'd be easier if I just run a separate screamer pipe for those. But yeah, that pretty much does it for today. All wrapped up. I got it in. That's what I wanted to accomplish. So appreciate you guys watching. Leave me a like. Leave me a comment if you like what's going on. Subscribe. I'd appreciate that. Lets me know that you guys are digging this. Just kind of wanted to document what I got going. I'm not the first person to LS swap a Nova. I'm not going to be the last person. I'm not doing it any better than anybody else. I'm not doing it any cheaper. I'm not doing it any more expensive. Like I said, I just wanted to document the average guy throwing together what I consider to be the average LS setup, and hopefully you guys enjoy. Catch you later.